Welcome back, everybody. It is September 11th, and we're over here on the Pennsylvania lease, and I've got a bunch of cell cameras that I'm going to set up. I'm getting in here way later than I normally do, but it's been so busy this summer that I didn't get around to it. Obviously, with it being September 11th, you got to think of the attack on the Pentagon in New York City and the plane that went down in Pennsylvania. Remember, you know how lucky we are here in America. It's been kind of a rough few days for the country with Charlie Kirk getting assassinated, and kind of just sit back and kind of take it all in, the freedoms we have, and at the cost that people, you know, it's at a cost. A lot of people have died throughout America's 250 years in order for us to live the lives that we do, and for me to, you know, enjoy the outdoors like I do. It wasn't for no cost at all, that's for sure. People are still giving their lives so we have the freedoms that we have today. So enough of that. Let's go ahead and I have places marked that I had cameras last year that I had really good luck with, so I'm going to go right back to those, put those cameras up. And I'm also looking for white oaks in here that are dropping. There's a ton of oak trees in this woods, which is unique. We don't have any oak trees on our property in New York, so we're going to go ahead and find the areas that we can set these cameras up. There's a huge trail right here. I was walking right down this deer trail right here, and look at this little area that deer have been bedding. Everything's really matted down, and obviously deer bedroom right here. So there's a big scrape right here last year, and this is where I had one of my cameras, was on that tree. And I think that worked out really well, so I think I'm going to put a camera right back in the same spot here. Obviously, oh wow, look at the acorns. Tons of acorns in here. Yeah, we're gonna put this camera right here. Obviously, I use OnX to mark all these locations. This is right where I had a stand last year that I climbed up and hunted a lot, so this is right where I'm at right now. So we're gonna go to tools, and then acorn just dropped. Add waypoint, trail camera, save. So we just marked that trail camera location, which is going to be right on this tree. It is absolutely raining acorns in here. I mean, if you just listen for a second, one just hit right there. Looks like we got good connection on our camera. We're going to hit mode. And the countdown begins. So this camera is in position. We got it marked on OnX. Holy crap. Look at that. These things are falling everywhere. I think there's going to be a lot of action on this camera in particular. Well, here's the second location. I got a huge trail right here, another one right here, and then there's another one that connects right here. So I got three of them that pinch into one main trail. So I got a camera up on that. And we'll go right into here, and we're gonna do tools, add waypoint, camera, save. So then I'm gonna move it a little bit onto right where we're at, right there, save. Okay, we got 2 cameras located or marked now. On to the next ones. Well, right here I have those sheds marked on OnX, and I found a match set of a beautiful big mature 8-point sheds laying right over here this spring when I came in here. Was cleaning up the trail cameras. I'll show you the video of that right now. It's pretty cool. How's it going, everybody? So I'm back here on the Pennsylvania lease and just stumbled across something unbelievable. So I'm in here, and there's some trail cameras that I left in here throughout the entire winter and spring, and I was just coming in here to pick up those trail cameras, which I've got a couple of them sitting right here. And I was coming right up this trail. I had a trail camera overlooking a scrape right over here, just about 30 yards from this spot. And I'm coming up through here, and look what we've got. This is a match set of a buck that I actually have a lot of history with in here. So this buck, not this past year, but the year before, I had 2 different encounters with in here hunting. Both times he ended up winding me. One time I almost got a shot at him behind me, but I just didn't have enough of an opening with a bow. And we've got pictures of him this winter after I'd killed split brow in here. And this is a really thick little area right here. Lots of treetops and stuff. And it's right on a point that goes down the hill. There's a rock pile right there. I actually shot split brow right up in the, I mean, only about, I would say 80 yards from this spot. And right here we have that buck's match set of sheds from this year. They got chewed on a tiny bit. Let me get it focused for you guys. You can see, you know, they got chewed on right there and right there, but that right there is the match, a match set of sheds from the biggest deer that was in here, really. So that's pretty awesome. I'm gonna get some pictures of it, and then we'll pick them up. Okay, let's go ahead and pick these bad boys up. There's one. And there's 2. Look at that. Holy smokes. Let's see if I can get this camera set up. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there he is. Jeez. What a toad. We got a big rock pile right here, and my father-in-law Vern used to always hunt right up here. There's a huge pinch where a bunch of trails come together and go right below this rock pile, and this is right where that split brow buck would always come through. Had tons of pictures of him right here, and I killed him right up here last year. Well, we got this hanging vine set up right here and a camera on it. This was an exciting spot for me. This is way back on the far back side of this lease. And right here is where I almost killed the buck that I found the match set of sheds to, the big 8-point, 2 years ago. I called him in off this hilltop. He circled downwind and he came right by this scrape. He was standing right there, and I just couldn't get a shot. I was in this tree right there. and it was too thick. I couldn't get a shot. He ended up getting up behind me and winded me, but this is a spot where I almost killed that deer. You know, that deer I think is 6-7 years old. It's really smart. Every time that I called him in, he went directly downwind of me. Although this time, the time I'm talking about, he was one opening away from making a mistake. I would have killed him. I did kill a buck that came chasing a doe right down this old logging road. Let out one heck of a scream when that arrow hit it. So this is a pretty cool spot. The only thing I hate about it is how far in here it is. It's a really long walk, and obviously when you're walking through this much woods to get somewhere, you're blowing deer out. So, but it's a great rut spot because the deer are moving anyways. Now we're gonna head up along the base of the creek, and we got 3 more cameras we're gonna set up along the way. Well, I just got this camera set up, and this hanging vine's been here for a few years. And what's interesting is this one's getting used heavily already. I mean, you can see where the hooves dug in the dirt just recently. So it'll be interesting to see what's hitting this one. Boy, it's really nice just walking around the woods. It's kind of healing. The wood smells like fall, and there's like a little bit of a slight breeze in the air with a cool feel to it. And it's just awesome just to walk around out here. It's peaceful. You don't hear any traffic. You don't hear any noise other than leaves and squirrels and acorns hitting the ground. But I'm going to go a little bit off topic here. Charlie Kirk getting killed yesterday has really bothered me. I couldn't even sleep last night. I guess like what is really affecting me and what I keep thinking about is, you know, he was assassinated for his views and his thoughts and how he felt about certain things. And you know, in America we have the First Amendment right, freedom of speech, and you know, I feel, and I'm in line with 90% of what Charlie Kirk stands for and what he says and what he does. So it's like, you think about it and it's like, so would that guy be willing to kill me because I felt the same way as him, or you know, the millions of other people that feel the same way? It's really weird feeling to see somebody get killed pretty much live on a stream and know it was literally because of how he felt and his views as an American. And you know, everybody that's fought and died for this country over the years has fought and died for his right to express those views, whether you agree with them or not. And it's just really hard for me to wrap my head around it. Kind of scary to see what this world is coming to. There's people that are so far on the right and so far on the left that there's just like no way for people to come together anymore, it seems like. I guess that's all I'll say about it. You probably didn't even want to hear that, but walking around the woods is nice. Well, we got all the cameras put in place, and looking forward to seeing what's there. I know there's going to be one really good deer from last year, but this is a big woods, and what's really exciting about this woods is the rut. You never know what's going to show up in here at that point. So if you guys want to link to the OnX on your phone, use the code KEO and it'll get you 20% off. So it's a pretty good deal. It's really nice for tracking your track and marking your cameras and stands and whatnot. You can do line distance too, measure distance between things, which is really handy. But we'll go ahead and finish this video up. Thanks for watching. Hunting season's right around the corner. Looking forward to it.